Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I'm Miriam Dow, wife, mom of 4, real estate investor, and entrepreneur. In today's video, we're gonna go over my first 30 days on Airbnb. We're gonna talk about numbers, the experience, do I regret it, am I happy? Let's get right into it. Alright guys, so I listed my property on Airbnb September 7th. Got my first booking on September 9th. We're gonna go over the numbers for September and October because today is actually November 5th. So October is when I did a full month and September was like only 3 weeks. And then another thing, so when you first post your property on Airbnb, first of all, I had no reviews. People are skeptical to book your property because you have no reviews. Now, I used a photographer, so my pictures are very appealing. I saw like the views on my pictures were crazy. And I think also when you have a new listing on Airbnb, I think like the first 30 days or something like that, they keep it up top to let people know that, hey, this is new. So, but another thing is, don't expect to be making crazy money out the gate. You have to build that up. So basically I put, I think I was asking like 140 a night per booking, whereas like other properties in my area were getting like the same size as mine. We're getting like 200, closer to 200, 180, some of them like 250, 220. But mind you, they have like the main person that I'm like in, like I feel like we have the same kind of property, but mine is like beautiful, updated. So there's no property in my area that's like updated like mine, that's furnished like mine, and that has like the professional pictures like mine. Like they might have professional pictures but the property is trata, or they might have a nice house but they're using like an iPhone 4 to take the pictures. So I went all out, and I'm very confident to say, I mean, look up Trent and Airbnb right now and please tell me that I'm lying. Tell me that I'm lying. I went all out, and in the beginning you have to put your price down low, you know, so people can actually book and, you know, give you some reviews. So I think the lowest I had it at was like 140 a night. Weekends was like 158. Now I have my weekends at like 218 a night, 228 a night, and I'm always tweaking. So like as we're getting closer to the day, like I want the next 2 to 3 weeks to be booked out. Every place is different, right? So when I first booked it, when I first listed it September 7th, you know, it was still nice outside. It started to get cold now in November, so September and October is still pretty nice. So I had the parents coming in for Sesame Place, parents coming in for Six Flags, that kind of vibe. But now that we're getting colder, I've been noticing a decline, right? So let's just get into these numbers real quick. Here we go. All right, so I'm gonna screen record this. I'm gonna put it up here as I'm looking at it. All right, so right now you're looking at the earnings, right? It says $10,862 booked earnings for all of 2021. So keep in mind, only like 3 weeks of September, the entire month of October, and November. So the dark part that you see, that like the dark green, is what was already paid out. The light shaded, those are bookings that you have but didn't get paid out yet, right? So let's go to September. Right now you see November, right? Let's start from the beginning. So September, you see for the month of September, at 17 nights available and 13 nights were booked. Unbooked nights was 4. Occupancy rate was 76%, and my cleaning fees were $529. So $2,219 is what I made. Now keep in mind, guys, when I wanted to make it a long-term rental, the property was gonna go for $1,800 a month. So off the rip, I made more than I was gonna make if it was just a long-term rental, which was $1,800 a month. So $2,219 is what I made for the month of September. Keep in mind the prices was low. They got it for the low, okay? So now let's go to the next month. Let me see. Okay, we're gonna do it like that. And then now let's go to the next month. So October was my money maker. Okay, so October, I made $4,367. It says nights booked was 17 nights was booked out of 31 nights. So a little bit more than half. Or not really, but whatever. Unbooked nights was 14. Occupancy rate was 55%. Cleaning fees was $1,077. I'm gonna break it down for you guys. Okay. So for November, so far, the bookings that I have is $3,085. Now let me tell you, I'm gonna go through these months with y'all because November is a different kind of beast. So the other day, I be all over the place, so please bear with me. I got ideas that be coming in within another idea and I just wanna get it out. So just try to keep up with me. This is just how my brain operates, right? So the other day, my neighbor calls me. She's an older lady and she was like, hey, can I help her book Airbnb? So I'm like, sure. She gave me the address of where their house is, Norristown, Pennsylvania. I go ahead and put that address in just like the city, Norristown. Why they had a whole house that can host 12 people. It has 6 beds, $29 a night. I mean, I think the cleaning fees was still like $110, but the 2 nights I was able to get from my my neighbor, $228 or something like that. That's unheard of. A house that could house 12 people, because you gotta think about it, these 12 people are probably like 2, 3, 4 couples. They could split the cost. September was really good start. October was booked and busy. November I was like, yo, why isn't this booked? And mind you, November we got Thanksgiving, so I'm putting Thanksgiving like at $350 a night, thinking I'm about to just get some crazy bookings, right? And I wasn't really getting bookings like that, and then it got me thinking like, that's probably what my house for the month of November is not getting booked. We're starting to get into cold season, so I don't know. I'm guessing, like, you know, the tourists coming to Sesame Place and Six Flags is starting to decline. You know, October, they have Fright Fest and all that stuff going on now. We in November is getting brick. So people are not really traveling towards this area unless they're coming to visit family or a specific reason. So I brought my prices down. I think the lowest I made it was like $89. So what I usually do is I keep it at a high. So whoever books out a month, 2 months out, okay, I'm getting the absolute most. I'm ODing, I'm getting the max, point blank period. So as we get closer to the day, like 2, 3 weeks out, and I see that I'm not getting any bookings, I usually like lower it by $10. Like every day I'll take $10 off. If I'm feeling spicy, I'll take 20, 30, 40 off. So that's what I've been doing, and I've been getting little bookings here and there. So that's why you see. And in my head, because, you know, I work for a hotel company, I'm like, oh, November is about to be a movie. Like, I'm about to, like, OD with the prices. And I got my reviews and people, you know, telling me this house is popping. Like, I'm about to OD. I'm about to drag it. No, miss, I'm going to need you to calm down, because that's not the case. This is Trenton. This is not New York City. People are not coming here for a Broadway show. Like, miss, I'm going to need you to calm down. It humbled me very quickly. So I brought it down to as low as 89. And in my head, I'm like, you know what? Like, a small profit is better than a zero. And keep in mind, the expenses for this house is literally like under $500. My expenses is very minimal. Whereas, you know, people doing rental arbitrage, their rent is probably $1,500, $2,000. And whether they're booked or not, they have to pay that money. Where I'm very calm, cool, and collective. It gets booked, it gets booked. I get a profit. If it doesn't get booked, okay, I'm good. I'm not worried. And then this doesn't include the cleaning fees. Before I didn't allow pets. Now I allow small pets. You want to come with your pet? No problem. There's a fee for that though. Like, this shit, like, we not doing nothing for free here. Like, there's a fee. So I had it in there, right? $50 per night per pet. So I felt like that was OD, because people was like, yo, you're wildin'. But this is a brand new property, so I've been charging people like $60 for their pet fee on top of the reservation. Yeah, there's a fee for that. You want to breathe? There's a fee for that. Like, it's clipped. Yo, that has become my new favorite word. I swear to God, people be like, oh, can I check in 2 hours early? No problem, miss. But there's a fee for that. Like, $30 per hour. Are you kidding? Are you shitting me? Oh, okay, I want to come with my dog. No problem, sir. There's a fee for that. $60. I'm charging you $60, something like. Oh, listen, don't let these people bang you over your head. These people will ask you for a late checkout. These people will ask you for early check-in. These people want this. These people want that. They want this. They want that, but they don't want to be paying the money. Miss, there's a fee. So you pay the fee or you don't pay the fee. It's as simple as that is. That brought it down to perspective. I brought it down to $89 a night. It's been getting booked. So it was a little reality check. And of course, I'm still like testing this out. You know, and I'm a New Yorker, so I'm like, oh, New York is popping over November, December. That's the holiday season, but I need to put into perspective, right? So I'm learning. And another thing that I changed was, in the beginning, I had it at flexible. So they have different, right? They have flexible. Basically, someone could book and cancel, and I lose out on that. And so I had someone literally book like 10 days throughout December, like the holiday week, Christmas week, for 10 days. And then they booked it. No, I was salty because I didn't fix my prices that far out. So I didn't do like Christmas prices that far out. So I was super salty. Literally within an hour, she canceled. Then that, you know, that brought another reality check. Like, I have this flexible cancellation. I had it at the flexible, and it's like, people could book your place. You think you're about to get this money, and they could just cancel like this with no penalties. So I removed that. I had made it strict, but then I brought it down to moderate but firm. Basically saying, like, you know, your cleaning fees gets refunded 5 days before the reservation. Like, it's the debit's clicked. You're not getting your money back. But before that, you get like 50% or 75%. So that's what I have it as. And honestly, maybe you could say slow down my bookings, but to be honest, I'd rather have a firm booking than to have someone play with me. Because the thing is, if you book these 10 days, my calendar is blocked. So anyone else looking for those days, my listing is not gonna pop up. And then you cancel on me, now I'm SOL. So you canceled on me. Now what I'm forced to do is bring my prices down stupid low so that someone, you know, sees it and maybe books it. So I had another situation where a gentleman is coming from, I think, Kentucky or something crazy. And he's like, first off, he booked it on Friday for the following Wednesday, or the following Thursday. And he was like, oh, I'm coming down for my wedding. So, you know me, red flags, because I'm like, you're not about to have a wedding in my house. And he was like, no, we have our wedding near. So, you know, we're coming here. It's going to be me, my mom, my brother, and his wife, right? That he's about to marry, his fiance. So I'm like, okay, bet. I accept the reservation. So that was Friday. Saturday go by. Sunday go by. Monday morning go by. This man finds himself sending me a message. I've talked to my parents. It does seem like there would be a lot of driving between the Airbnb and North Brunswick for the 2 days, and logistically would be a challenge. The cancellation policy does say only the cleaning fee is refundable, but is there any way we could work something out? I'm really sorry, da 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 da. And I'm like, bruh, thank you for reaching out, but I have to say you were aware. Because as soon as you book, you get the address. So, like, as soon as you get that address, plug it in, see how far it is from where you're going. If it's too far, then cancel. And right there, I think you can cancel. And even if not, I had another situation where someone booked and literally asked to cancel within minutes. I refunded all their money. Okay, something happened, you couldn't. But you're not gonna go 2-3 days. Someone's probably looking for those dates. So I'm gonna lose out on a booking and you want your refund? No, I'm sorry. That's why I made it moderate firm. And he waited 1 day before he's supposed to check in. So I was just like, I'm sorry. Like, the address was there. As soon as you booked, if you would have canceled then, you know, no issues there. But you want to wait 2-3 days to try to cancel. It's a dub. It's clipped. No. So then he was like, okay, I understand. That was October 19th. Then the 20th, he was supposed to check in the 21st. The 20th, he messaged me. He was like, you know, after a lot of thought, I sadly have to cancel my reservation. It's too far, da da da. And I'm like, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to host you. Like, I was really looking forward to hosting you guys. So in that case, no, I did not refund. Like, come on, you planning a wedding. First of all, how are you planning a wedding and you're only booking like your accommodations next to the wedding like days before the wedding? Makes no sense to me. I mean, you're booking that shit out months in advance. And then it's like all unorganized. Like, you're not about to bring any of that unorganized mess into my life, sir. Moderate firm for a reason. And if I didn't have that in place, he would have canceled the day before he was going to check in, and I would have lost out on money because no one's booking your place. Like, the possibility of someone booking your place, you know, like right before the day before is really low. And then I would be forced to bring my price down so that it looks appealing to someone to book it. So for the month of October, you guys see here, this is what it looks like. It comes up with a picture of their face. So that's what it looks like. And this is November so far. I just got a booking today. So So November is getting filled up pretty quickly. Today's the 5th. So the person that's there now, Frank, he's checking out tomorrow on the 6th. And then the 6th, the 7th, 8th, and I have someone coming in on the 9th. Checking out the 11th. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is, you know, go back in there and tweak those dates. Now look at December, y'all. I legit got 2 bookings only in December. So someone just, the person December 3rd through 5th, she had booked it like a month ago. But this other one for Christmas literally just booked it like maybe a few days ago, and I brought the prices down. So I'm gonna go back there. Look, January's not booked, February's not booked, March not booked. So I look at the statistics too, and it does tell me that in my area, people are usually booking last minute. This is not an area where people are booking a month, 2-3 months in advance. People are really not booking too far out. So I have to make sure I bring the price down to make it appealing, but not too down, because most likely it's probably gonna get booked. But yeah, that has been my experience so far. Let's go back to the money situation. So again, for the month of September, I made $2,219. Month of October, $4,367. Now October was a way better month because the weather was still nice, so I still had people coming into Six Flags and Sesame Place. And also my weekends was like $198 a night. That was my trial and error. I think I started doing one nights in October, so that really worked for me. And then November came around, and honestly November was pretty much empty. It's starting to get booked now, but I can be confident to know that the people that are booking are, you know, they're gonna come. And even if they don't come, like, that money is mine because I have the moderate cancellation. I have it, you know, set to that. And then December is not booked yet. So before I was getting nervous, but to be honest, I didn't have no bookings in November and only 1 booking in December. And as we got closer to November, it started to fill up. So I feel like the same is probably going to happen for December. So we're just going to woo-side it out. Yeah, now that's the money you see only off of 1, 2, 3, 4 months. $10,862 is how much I made. All right, so let's talk about the cleaner. So at first, I was going about this thing all wrong, right? So basically, I was looking for the cleaner all wrong. I was going on Craigslist, looking for cleaners, and I was getting regular home cleaners, right, that come to clean your house. And I'm trying to train people to do Airbnb type cleaning, meaning put a new toilet tissue, wash clothes, put it back and stuff like that. So my cleaner was charging me $150. And at first I was just like, yeah, no. First it was $170, and I brought her down to $150. Like, I paid $170 like 2-3 times, and I was like, this is not gonna rock. $150. But I was charging owners. At first I was only charging them $99, like not $100. So I was eating that extra money, so I wasn't really making anything, right? And then brought her down to $150. Like, if I had a booking, I'd take a picture, send it to her. It worked out well. But then, like, I just started to notice mistakes and stuff like that, and she had like a personal issue she was going through, so she had to stop working. I had bookings coming up, so I literally went on Google and I was like, you know, home cleaners for Airbnb. And then I discovered a website called Turnover Bnb, where they legit have cleaners specifically for Airbnb. It made my life so much easier. So I set up an account, and then, you know, you put a description on your listing, how many bedrooms, where it's located, and what it does is it sends out a bid. I didn't put how much I'm charging people. I let people bid on it. So the first person did a bid of $111. That's with laundry, without laundry, $95. And then the second person bid $120. So now I got 2 people that I'm working with. I met with both of them. One of them is the first person who answered the bid, is the one that I've been using faithfully, and that's crazy. It went from $150 to $95, right? But guess what? My cleaning fee, I would like add on to it as I was getting new reviews. So I brought it up to $150. So now that it stayed at $150, I'm paying her $95. Now I'm making a bonus. You know, now that, you know, $55, I'm also making on top of whatever my nightly fee is. So that's what a lot of people do. You're making money on top of money. So it's been working out great. But now that we're in slow season, I think I brought it down to like $120. But either way, I'm paying her $95. I make money on top of that. Now let's talk about laundry. I have 1 washing machine in my basement and 1 dryer in my basement. So I would have, and I have 3 beds. One of them is king sheets, you know, king linens and stuff. So I would have my cleaner, her come and do it, and she would be done cleaning the house. It would be two of them, sometimes 3 of them. She'll be done cleaning the whole house in 2 hours, but the laundry would take forever. So then we were like, okay, there's an off-site laundry, let's use that. But that was digging into my like bottom line, because we were paying like 30-40 bucks. So I was like, okay, this is not gonna work. What I'm gonna do is let me order hella sheets, hella towels, so she could literally just come, replace the sheets, put the dirty ones in the closet, you know, put the new ones in there. And then what we're gonna do is, instead of her doing the laundry, I'll have her drop it off at the laundromat and have them do it. And it's $1 a pound. So if it's 58 pounds, it's 58 bucks. And honestly, if that was efficient, because as she's driving to come to my house, she'll pick up the clean clothes, and then she just, you know, replaces the linen. So that worked. And then she had a family issue, so she could no longer, you know, work for me. And that was fine, because I found these 2 people like this. Another thing is, like, I'm not stressing no more. If it works out, it works out. If it's not working out, I'm not about to catch nobody's anxiety. I'm not about to be having nobody's heart attack at 32 years old. Like, I was like doing too much, because I'm an hour and a half away, and you know, she can't make it. I'm like, oh my god, no, oh, I got someone. I'm not doing none of that anymore. I need my sanity, I need my health. I have 4 kids that wants mommy to live for a very long time. And that's another thing about me, like, I be stressing. I'm like, I'm not stressing. If I find a cleaner, I find it. If I don't find a cleaner, I don't find it. I'm not stressing no more. And honestly, like, I just had a nonchalant attitude, went on Google, found them, put the bid out. She responded right away. I had her literally go and clean the house the very next day. She did a good job, and I didn't have to do a lot of explaining that I had to do with my first cleaner, because she does Airbnb. So she already know when you walk in the house, boom, take a video, send it to me. When you're done cleaning, take a video, send it to me. It was her first time, so she didn't know where things were. But after that first time, this business has become so automated, it don't even make sense. Now that I have all the extra, each bed that I have has 3 sets of duvet covers and sheets and pillowcases. I think I got like 15 towels in there, no cap. So what are you telling me? Like, everything is automated. I took, like, you know, mad toilet tissue and paper towels and stuff like that. Everything is in the basement. They already know, flip this out, flip this here, turn it around. In the beginning, it was a lot because of all the furniture I was buying, going to all the stores and all the deliveries and all these boxes. But now that I'm 2 months in, the most work I do is I'll get a booking. I send her the date that they're checking out, because that's the date that she's gonna come to clean. That's about it. And I send them, and you know, I screen the owner. Hey, what are you guys coming into town for? Who are you traveling with? They let me know, bada boom. If I fucks with it, I accept the booking. Most of the time it's instant bookings anyway. And then like a day before their reservation, I'll text them again. Hey, I'm looking forward to you coming in. I'm literally copying from the last guest, pasting in this person's message and just changing the name. And then I go to my my keyless entry keypad app, and I go and I create a little code for them, send that code to them. I don't activate it until 4 p.m. the day they check in, and I deactivate it 10 minutes after checkout. So 10 is deactivated. They can no longer, you know. And then once I send that to them and they see, oh, this is actually time, it's been working. People have been leaving like 9 o'clock, 9:30. No one's really waiting till 10:30, you know, to give me any kind of issue. So it's been working out great. So, but now my new cleaner, she does laundry for 111 bucks. And, you know, anytime there's no laundry, 95 bucks. So it's been working out really, really good. I'm actually looking for property number 2, because, you know, it's one thing to hear about it. It's one thing to see other people doing it, right? Like, you guys are watching me and you're hearing about it and you're probably getting inspired by this. It's another thing to literally have these little messages come in. Hey, Kaylee just booked 2 nights, $500. Joshua just booked 1 week, $1,300. My first 1 week reservation in September, I made $1,000. Okay, so we about to go through all my reservations, right? Let's go through that real quick. So my very first reservation, like I said, it was a 1 week reservation. I made $1,002 on September 10th. The 18th was a 2-night reservation for $30. I don't know what the 75 was, some kind of Twitch or something, tweak or whatever. 2-night reservation, the 24th through the 26th, $451. So you see the vibes, and you see as we get into October, I got the price was going up. Like I had a 1-week reservation checked in on October 13th for $1,300. So that's a $300 jump from my first 1-week reservation, right? So I thought it was going to be the same kind of vibes in November. And as you can see, that's that $60 pet fee, because the person that checked in now, Frank, he has a pet, so I charged him 60 bucks. So that was actually, it's showing processed here because it was actually already deposited. That $472, if it's showing processed, probably just deposited, because I didn't see that yet last time I checked yesterday, but it's literally 3 a.m. right now, so I probably deposited. So I love this. I'm really glad I did it. Like, you guys see, the potential to make more money is there. Keep in mind, my basement is not finished, so I'm having ideas, make it like a little game center, but now I'm thinking I probably want to just make it a whole unit on itself if I could create an interest. So the ideas are flourishing, guys. This is definitely the new wave. It's automated. But it's one thing, like I was trying to say, it's one thing to hear people talk about Airbnb. And you know, me, you know, getting inspired from other people who were talking about how much money they were making and, you know, how amazing it is. And for me to actually implement the idea and actually make money off of a property that's been, this property was sitting vacant since March. They were done fixing this property since March. So that's April, May, June, July, August, 5 months that I missed out on. And the way it's going right now, I feel like winter is slow season, but I think summer is really high peak season in this area. So just like look at how much money I missed out on. But you know what, everything happens for a reason. Next summer we gonna be extra lit. If you guys are interested in this, it's definitely the way to go. Look at this chart. Like, it's telling me in the short time period that I've been on Airbnb, $10,862 is my potential earnings. That's crazy to me. For 4 months, with November not fully booked, in December I only got 2 reservations in December. So you know I'm gonna get more reservations in December. So I just feel like that's crazy. And I was in Dubai and I was watching all these TikToks, and I saw this guy. He has I think like 3 or 4 Airbnbs, and him and his wife are retired. He's in his 20s off the Airbnb, and it inspired me. And at the time I was screening different tenants. So at that very moment, I was like, as soon as my flight lands in USA, as soon as I'm back in the United States of America, I'm really gonna like dive deep. I'm gonna give myself a day, 2 days, do my little research. And then once, like, I was already gearing towards the Airbnb, I just was hesitant because I didn't know if this area was gonna be popping. You guys saw the numbers. And like, imagine if you do this in a place like Atlanta. Atlanta is crazy right now. And this is something like you could really do long distance. The only time where this property would need your attention is in the very beginning, when you're furnishing it, when you're getting your little team together. Now that I have the cleaner, I legit don't need to go over there for nothing. At this point, like, if I need to buy something, I'm not about to drive all the way down there. I'm gonna buy it and deliver it to my neighbor's house, have her drop it off in the basement, or I'll just order it and deliver it to my cleaner's house and have her drop it off. Like, this is not about to be a stressful situation. If I would have did it as a rental, right? September, October, November, December. Out of those four months, 1,800 times 4, I was gonna make $7,200. I'm already at 10K with December not being really booked out, with only 2 reservations in December, and November not really being fully booked out, and I'm already at 10K. And I was only gonna make $7,200 with the long term. So it's like this is just a no-brainer. Long-term rental, okay. Short-term rental is where the money is really at. And you're able to scale so much faster. You get what I'm saying? So I'm glad I did it. I made this video to inspire you guys to do it. If you're thinking about doing it, just do it. Just do it. Even if you fail, you're gonna learn from that failure. Just do it. Get it over with. Make sure the decor is on point. Make sure you do professional photography. Like I said in my other video in the beginning, allow one-night stays so you can get your reviews and stock that up. And that's about it. That's how much I made my first month on Airbnb, second month on Airbnb, and you see my potential earnings for the year. So that's it for today's video. I hope I inspired at least one person watching this video to go ahead and, you know, actually pull the trigger. I hope this is the sign that you were looking for. You got the sign. We got a month and a half left. Don't start your New Year's resolution next year. Get it over with now. What are we waiting for? Time is flying by. So don't be like, I'm gonna wait till this, I'm gonna wait. Just get it done. If you don't have the funds, get you a partner. So I'm done with my spiel. I hope this inspired someone. I hope it was motivating. I hope, you know, it helped you. And please tell me what you're thinking in the comment section down below. Tell me if this was helpful. Don't forget, I'm filming a Q&A this week. If you have any questions, put it in the comment section down below so I can answer it in the next video. And that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, please. It's gonna help me out and it's free. So do that for me, and I'm gonna continue to bring you more gems. And I really do appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Excuse my voice, I'm losing it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Peace.